and welcome if you are a flute player who would like to get faster progress. My name is Jane and I teach flute players like you how to get faster progress through learning proper flute technique. This video is going to show you 5 pro flute tips because I'm a professional flute teacher. And if you're not used to seeing me so far away, it's because these ones are going to involve me standing up and showing you different parts of your body that you use when you play the flute, which you can't see when I'm sitting close to the camera. So here we go. Pro flute tip number 21. Now this involves a part of your body that you generally don't pay attention to. So I'm going to stand up and show you. If you play the flute like this, now I know you can't see my feet, and I know you might not be able to see the top of my head, but there's a part of my body that is stopping me from breathing properly. Can you see what it is? Now, I wonder if you knew what it was. It's my knees. If I turn side on, my knees were jammed back like this, or you can sort of think locked back. This is probably making me do this and then do this. That is not great for breathing. That makes it hard to breathe. It's tight in the wrong places. So when you play the flute, make sure your knees are slightly unlocked. They're just, so you could call them soft. So they're not jammed back. They're a bit unlocked like this so that you can move if you need to and you're not sort of rigid on the spot. This is going to be way better for the rest of your posture and you'll be able to breathe way more easily. And give you some more movement when you play. Hey, before we move on to the next pro flute tip, if you're wondering how to get a clearer sound on your flute, if you're listening to this video and you're thinking, this is all great, but I actually just want a stronger sound when I'm playing the flute. So join me at www.flute.school and you can sign up there for a free, totally free mini course. It's 3 short videos where I teach you how to adjust your embouchure to give you perfectly improved sound. So a much stronger sound instantly, a much clearer sound instantly. Like you'll love what it does for your sound. So join me at www.flute.school. If you haven't already done that free course, it's certainly worth doing. Pro tip number 22. I learned this from a flute teacher when I was in my very early 20s. And it was such a small comment, but so profound, and it's really stuck with me. She said that a lot of people, and this is true, a lot of people when they run out of air, when they're playing a phrase, a long phrase, they might get to the end of the phrase and they're running out of breath and they lean back. I'll do it this way. They lean back like this. The problem with that is that it's harder to recover to take a proper breath, like their next breath. So when you get to the end of the phrase, do everything you can to not do this and, thinking that you're squeezing out the last bit of air like this. Now I had to extend that phrase. That's not how the piece goes, but I needed to force myself to run out of air so that you could see what happens when I was running out of air. Instead of doing that, deliberately lean forward a bit like this. And did you see that next breath that I did? It was so much easier to breathe in because I wasn't squeezing back like this. Now, if you like this video, subscribe to the Flute Academy YouTube channel if you want to learn even more pro flute tips. Here is pro flute tip number 23. Did you know when you take a breath on the flute, there are 2 things that should not happen. Your shoulders should not go sky high while you take your breath. You should not only be breathing from your chest here. And number 2 thing that shouldn't happen is that you shouldn't only be trying to breathe from down here. Some people call it diaphragm breathing or diaphragmatic breathing. What should actually happen is that you use your entire torso to breathe. So obviously you breathe in through your mouth, a bit of your nose probably happening at the same time, and you only have one set of lungs. So when I say your whole torso, what I mean is your whole torso will expand. It's not just your shoulders, it's not just your chest, it's not just your belly, it's not just your diaphragm, it's actually your side, the side of your ribs, your back as well. Your entire torso should expand when you breathe. Let me give you a demonstration. So some people breathe and you'll see their shoulders go up. This is not good. Whew, you'll get dizzy really quickly and you're not taking a very full breath that way. Some people say, no, 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 your shoulders should not go up. You should be using your diaphragm to breathe. And you'll see someone breathe just like that, which is quite a small breath. In actual fact, use everything. You might not be able to see it on the video, but I'm going to use my entire torso. Did you hear how long that breath was and how much air I could get in? It was a very big breath, which means I'm going to get through a very long phrase. So next time you take a breath on the flute, think about, am I just breathing here? Am I just breathing here? And try and think the whole thing. Pro flute tip number 24. Now this is going to apply to you if when you play the flute, you have your legs directly forward. It's great that you can see most of my body because it's a full body demonstration. If you have your legs facing forward when you play the flute, and then you put your flute up to the right, your left arm is going to be squished against your body and your whole top part of your body is going to feel really squashed. The proper way to play the flute is to turn your body to the right a little bit. Turn your legs to the right a little bit if you're sitting down. Then when you put your flute up, you're going to have a lot more space. But did you know that a lot of people still have their arms squashed against, their left arm squashed against their body? And I want to see, if this is you, I want to see if you can feel like you have a lot more space in here. It's going to significantly help your breathing because you will feel less squashed and you'll have an ability to breathe bigger when your torso is not squashed. And it'll feel a lot better when you play. Did you love that minor to major? You'll feel a lot better when you play. So if your left arm is feeling squashed against your body, see if you can get some space in between your arms when you play. Now, if I didn't say before, my name is Jane Cavanagh. I'm a professional flute teacher and I love teaching people how to get faster progress through learning proper flute technique. You just saw a demonstration of a little adjustment to your technique about instead of having your left arm squashed against your body, it gives you space to breathe. And then that puts us in it. That's one tweak. Then that puts us in a position to adjust your breathing. And when we adjust your breathing, you can feel like you get through longer phrases. When we adjust your embouchure, you get through even longer phrases because you're learning to refine your airstream. This is exactly the sort of thing that we do in the Flute Academy. I take people through a 45-day course, one tweak a day, and it transforms their flute playing. It's pretty amazing. That's what we do in the Flute Academy, and I love teaching the adult students in the Flute Academy. Now, if you're wondering what sorts of proper technique I give you tweaks to transform your playing, you'll already know that I suggested you do the Flute Tone free mini course at www.flute.school. Absolutely enroll in that course for free. I'll show you tweaks of your embouchure, which instantly improve your sound. But there's another free course you can do as well. www.flute.school/high notes. If you struggle to get your high notes easily, without blowing hard, without squeezing, then you're missing the proper embouchure technique for high notes. I'll teach you there, www.flute.school/high notes. Go and do both mini courses if you want to, or do one, finish it, and then do the other so that you don't overload yourself, whatever suits you. I'd love to see you in either or both of those free mini courses to learn some little examples of proper flute technique and seriously what it does for your flute playing instantly. You will feel and hear a difference straight away. So I'll see you there. Welcome to Pro Flute Tip number 25. If you ever get right shoulder pain or right arm pain when you play the flute, there's a few reasons why that could be the case. This is one of them. When you're playing, if your right arm, your right elbow is too high like this, it's going to put your right wrist in a not a very good position. You're going to get wrist pain, you're going to get hand pain, shoulder pain, and probably elbow pain as well. So if you get any pain on your right side of your arm, body, not your leg, your right arm, you're going to find that if your right shoulder and your right elbow is too high and you drop it down a little bit and relax your shoulder, all of a sudden it's going to take pressure off your wrist and free up this arm, and you're going to get so much less pain when you play, or discomfort when you play. So instead of playing like this, which is, oh, that even hurts my right wrist just demonstrating that. Instead, relax your right shoulder, relax your whole right arm, your right elbow will come down, and you'll find that you've just got a lot more freedom in that arm. And the great byproduct of this, the great byproduct of taking tension out of your shoulders, is that your fingers move faster. So there you go. That's the pro tip for today. If you like this pro tip and you think it might help your playing, like this video, share it with someone who you think could benefit. Maybe you've noticed that they're a bit tight when they're playing, or maybe you just think they're a flute player who would like a bit of advice. So there were your 5 pro flute tips for today. I'll see you in one of the mini courses. It's a really great example of how you can see when you learn proper flute technique, just little tweaks, suddenly you play so much better and it feels so much easier. You just all round sound great. So www.flute.school or /high notes, one or both of those mini courses. I'd love to see you there. They're both free. See you later.